God says, your soulmate is facing a big problem, and it involves you. Don't scroll. Don't scroll past this, because if this message has found you right now, it's not random, it's not coincidence. This message is for you, and your heart needs this right now. Listen to this. Take a deep breath and really feel these words, because something serious is unfolding behind the scenes of your life. Something your soul has been sensing, but your mind hasn't fully understood yet. God is saying your soulmate is facing a big problem right now. And yes, it involves you more than you realize. Don't scroll. Listen to this carefully. This is not a small issue, not a passing confusion, not something that will fade away with time. This is something that is sitting heavy on their heart. Something they think about when everything gets quiet. And something they haven't spoken out loud to anyone. But something that is slowly becoming impossible for them to ignore. This message is for you. Because even if they haven't reached out, even if things feel distant or unclear, their heart has been anything but silent. Your heart needs this right now, because the truth is, they are struggling. Not in a way that is obvious on the outside, but in a way that is deeply emotional, deeply internal, deeply connected to what they feel for you. Listen to this. Your soulmate is caught between two realities right now. One is the life they've already built, the responsibilities, the expectations, the patterns they've been following for a long time. It feels stable, familiar, safe enough to stay in. But the other reality is you. And thus the connection they feel with you doesn't fit neatly into their current life. It doesn't follow logic. It doesn't respect timing. It doesn't ask permission. It simply exists. Powerful, emotional, undeniable. Don't scroll. Because this is the problem they are facing. They don't know how to hold on to both at the same time. And that realization has been weighing on them more than you know. This message is for you because lately they have been thinking about you in ways they didn't expect. Not just memories, but emotions that return suddenly and strongly. They might be doing something completely normal, something routine, and then out of nowhere, your presence enters their mind. A conversation you had, a moment you shared, the way they felt around you. And when that happens, everything else fades for a second. Now, your heart needs this right now, because those moments are not random. They are signs of a connection that hasn't been resolved. Listen to this carefully. Your soulmate has been trying to understand why they can't just move on, why your energy keeps coming back to them, no matter how much they try to focus on other things. And the more they try to figure it out, the more complicated it feels. Don't scroll, because the universe has also been stepping in. They've been seeing signs, angel numbers appearing again and again at moments that feel too specific to ignore. 111 when they're deep in thought. 222 when they're trying to convince themselves everything is fine. 444 when they're feeling uncertain, like a quiet reassurance that something is being guided. And every time these signs appear, your name, your energy, yet your memory becomes stronger in their mind. This message is for you, because your connection is tied to something spiritual, something that goes beyond normal explanation. Your heart needs this right now, because the problem they are facing is not just emotional, it's spiritual. It's the kind of conflict that happens when the soul is being pulled in a direction that the mind is not ready to follow yet. Listen to this. There have been nights recently where your soulmate sat alone, thinking about everything. Their life, their choices, their feelings, and you. And in those quiet moments, they've asked themselves questions they don't have easy answers for. Why does this connection still feel so strong? Why can't I just let this go? Why do I feel like something is unfinished? Don't scroll. A, because those questions are leading them to a truth they've been avoiding. This message is for you. Because deep down, they are starting to realize that what they feel for you is real. And that reality changes everything. Your heart needs this right now. Because that realization comes with pressure. Pressure to make a choice. Pressure to be honest with themselves. Pressure to face something they once thought they could ignore. And that pressure is the big problem God is talking about. Listen to this carefully. It's not that they don't care about you. It's that they care more than they expected to. And that makes everything complicated. Don't scroll. Because now they are standing at a point where they can't pretend anymore. They can't act like this connection doesn't exist. They can't convince themselves it was just a moment. They know it was something deeper, something meaningful, something that affected them in a lasting way. This message is for you. Because even though they haven't said it, even though they haven't acted on it yet, something inside them has already changed. Your heart needs this right now, because change like this doesn't stay hidden forever. It builds. It grows. It reaches a point where it has to be expressed. Listen to this. Your soulmate is afraid. Not of you, but of what this connection means for their life. Because following their heart might require them to step out of something familiar. It might require them to make decisions they never thought they would have to make. It might require them to face conversations they've been avoiding. And that fear has been holding them in place. Don't scroll. Because even with that fear, something else is growing stronger inside them. The truth. And truth has a way of rising no matter how much someone tries to hold it down. This message is for you. Because your presence in their life awakened something they can't go back from. You showed them a connection that felt different. Something real. Something aligned with their soul. And now, they can't pretend they didn't feel it. Your heart needs this right now, because the problem they are facing is reaching a turning point. They can't stay in this in-between space forever. They can't keep balancing what feels safe with what feels true without eventually choosing one. Listen to this carefully. The universe does not create this level of emotional intensity, this level of connection, this level of repeated signs, without a purpose. Something is meant to happen. Something is meant to be revealed. And right now, your soulmate is being pushed closer and closer to that moment. Don't scroll. Because that moment will change everything. This message is for you. Because even if you don't see movement yet, even if everything still feels uncertain, something is already in motion. Their thoughts are changing. Their feelings are becoming clearer. Their resistance is slowly breaking down. And your heart needs this right now, because you are part of that shift. You are part of the truth they are being guided to face. Listen to this. The silence you've been experiencing is not empty. It's full of internal struggle, reflection, and preparation. And very soon, that silence will not be able to hold everything they've been feeling inside. Don't scroll, because the truth is getting closer to the surface. And when it finally comes out, you will understand why this message found you today. Don't scroll. Listen to this, because if you're still here, this message is for you. And your heart needs this right now in a way that goes deeper than logic, deeper than what you can explain to anyone else. Something is happening in your soulmate's world that they haven't shown you yet. And what you're about to understand is the part of the story that lives in silence, in hesitation, in the space between what is felt and what is said. Listen to this carefully. The big problem they are facing hasn't disappeared. It has grown more intense. It has moved from something they could ignore into something they now have to confront. Don't scroll. Because lately your soulmate has been feeling the weight of this situation more than ever before. It's not just a passing thought anymore. It's not something they can distract themselves from for long. It follows them into quiet moments, into late nights, into those seconds when everything slows down and the truth becomes impossible to escape. This message is for you, because at the center of that truth is you. Your heart needs this right now, because what they are dealing with is not simple. It's layered. It's emotional. It's connected to choices they've already made and choices they are now being asked to reconsider. Listen to this. Your soulmate has been trying to maintain balance in their life, trying to keep everything steady, trying to avoid disruption. But your connection with them has disrupted something in a way they didn't expect. Not in a negative way, but in a way that made them see things differently. Don't scroll. Because once someone sees clearly, they can't go back to pretending they didn't. And that is exactly where they are right now. They are seeing things in their life that no longer feel aligned with what their heart truly wants. This message is for you, because that realization is directly connected to you. Your presence, your energy, your connection with them. It became the mirror that showed them a different version of what love, connection, and emotional truth can feel like. And now, they can't unsee it. Your heart needs this right now, because that awareness has created a conflict inside them that they don't know how to resolve easily. Listen to this carefully. There are moments when they try to convince themselves to stay where they are, to keep things as they've been, to avoid making anything complicated. And for a short time, that works. But then something happens, a reminder, a feeling, a moment where your energy returns to them in a way that feels stronger than before. Don't scroll, because those moments are becoming more frequent. They are becoming harder to ignore. And each time it happens, the internal pressure builds a little more. This message is for you, because your soulmate has started to feel like they are living in two different emotional worlds at the same time. One world is external, the life they show to others, the life that appears stable and controlled. The other world is internal, the life where their true feelings exist, where your presence lives, where their heart keeps returning no matter how much they try to move forward. Your heart needs this right now, because living between those two worlds is exhausting, and they are starting to feel that exhaustion. Listen to this. There have been recent moments where they've felt emotionally overwhelmed without fully understanding why. A sudden heaviness, a need for space, a feeling that something is unresolved. And when they sit with that feeling long enough, they realize what it is connected to. You. Don't scroll. Because this realization is becoming clearer for them. They are starting to see that this is not something they can simply wait out or move past. This message is for you, because the truth is, they've tried that already. They've tried to move on. They've tried to focus on other things. They've tried to convince themselves that time would fix everything. But instead of fading, the connection has stayed. And that's what makes this situation so difficult for them. Your heart needs this right now, because they are beginning to understand that this is not just about feelings. It's about truth. And truth demands to be acknowledged. Listen to this carefully. Your soulmate has been having internal conversations with themselves that they haven't shared with anyone else. Conversations about what they really want. Conversations about what feels real to them. Conversations about whether they are truly happy where they are, or if they've just been comfortable. Don't scroll, because these are not easy questions to face, and yet they keep coming back to them. This message is for you, because each time they ask those questions, the answer becomes a little clearer, even if they're not ready to act on it yet. Your heart needs this right now. Oh, because the clarity they are gaining is leading them toward a decision point, a moment where they will no longer be able to stay in this in-between space. Listen to this. They are starting to understand that avoiding this situation is not protecting them. It's prolonging something that needs to be resolved. And that realization is powerful. Don't scroll, because this is where everything begins to shift. When someone moves from avoidance to awareness, change becomes inevitable. This message is for you, because your soulmate is moving into that awareness phase now. They are seeing the truth more clearly than before. They are feeling their emotions more deeply than before. And they are realizing that this big problem is not something they can carry silently forever. Your heart needs this right now. Because even though they haven't expressed it yet, even though they haven't taken visible action yet, something inside them is preparing to. Listen to this carefully. There have been moments where they've thought about what would happen if they finally faced this truth fully, if they stopped holding back, if they allowed themselves to be honest about what they feel for you. And those thoughts bring both fear and relief. Fear of change, fear of consequences, but also relief at the idea of no longer hiding from what they feel. Don't scroll, because that mix of fear and relief is a sign that they are getting closer to action. This message is for you, because your soulmate is not as far away emotionally as it may seem. In fact, they are closer than they've ever been to understanding what this connection truly means. Your heart needs this right now, because the situation you're in is not stuck. It's building. It's moving towards something. It's preparing for a moment where everything that has been hidden will begin to come to the surface. Listen to this. The universe does not allow this level of emotional intensity, this level of connection, this level of internal conflict, without eventually bringing resolution. And right now, everything in their life is slowly guiding them toward that resolution. Don't scroll, because you are part of that outcome. You are part of the truth they are being led to face. And very soon, the weight they've been carrying inside will become too heavy to keep hidden any longer. Don't scroll. Listen to this, because if you're still here, this message is for you. Yes, and your heart needs this right now more than you can put into words. You've been patient. You've been trying to understand. You've been holding on to a feeling that you couldn't fully explain to anyone else. And right now, what you're about to hear is the part of the truth that changes everything. Listen to this carefully. Your soulmate is no longer just confused. They are reaching a breaking point with this big problem they've been carrying inside. And that breaking point is not about losing control. It's about no longer being able to hide from the truth. Don't scroll, because something inside them has shifted in a way that cannot be reversed. The way they see you, the way they feel about you, the way their heart responds to your presence. It's all becoming clearer, stronger, and more undeniable with each passing day. Yes, this message is for you, because even if they haven't said it, even if they haven't shown it yet, something inside them has already made a quiet decision. They just haven't acted on it yet. Your heart needs this right now, because the silence you've been experiencing has not been empty. It has been full of internal processing, emotional tension, and moments where they've come closer than ever to facing the truth about you. Listen to this. There have been recent times where your soulmate felt an overwhelming urge to break the silence. Moments where they picked up their phone, thought about reaching out, imagined what they would say, imagined how you might respond. And for a brief second, it felt so real that they could almost see it happening. But then something held them back, not because the feeling wasn't strong enough, but because the weight of what it would mean felt too big in that moment. Don't scroll. Because this hesitation is not rejection, it's fear mixed with truth. And that combination is powerful. This message is for you, because your soulmate is standing at the edge of a life-changing realization, one that involves not just their feelings for you, but their entire direction moving forward. Your heart needs this right now, because what they are facing is not a simple choice between reaching out or staying silent. It's a deeper choice between continuing the life they've been living or stepping into a version of their life that feels more aligned, more honest, more real. Listen to this carefully. The more they think about you, yet the more they realize that what they felt with you was not something they can easily replace or recreate. It wasn't surface level. It wasn't temporary. It was something that touched their spirit. And once a connection reaches that level, it doesn't fade the way ordinary connections do. Don't scroll. Because this realization then is changing the way they view everything around them. Things that once felt normal now feel incomplete. Conversations that once satisfied them now feel empty. Even moments that should bring them happiness sometimes feel like something is missing. And when they sit with that feeling long enough, they understand what it is. You. This message is for you, because your presence has become the standard by which they now measure emotional truth. And that's what makes this situation so intense for them. Your heart needs this right now, because they are starting to understand that avoiding this connection has not brought them peace. It has only delayed something that their soul keeps returning to. Listen to this. There have been nights recently where they've gone over everything again, every moment, every conversation, every feeling, trying to make sense of why this connection has stayed with them the way it has. And each time they do, they come to the same realization. It wasn't just a moment. It wasn't just timing. It was something real. Don't scroll. Because once that realization becomes clear, everything else begins to shift. This message is for you because your soulmate is now entering a phase where they can no longer pretend they don't know what they feel. And that changes the entire situation. Your heart needs this right now. That's because clarity leads to action, even if it takes time. Listen to this carefully. The big problem they've been facing is no longer just about confusion. It's about decision. They are starting to see that they cannot continue living in this in-between space forever. They cannot keep balancing what feels safe with what feels true without eventually choosing one. And that choice is getting closer. Don't scroll. Because the closer they get to that decision, the more intense everything becomes. The thoughts, the emotions, the memories, the pull toward you, all of it increases. This message is for you because you are at the center of that intensity. Your heart needs this right now, because even if you don't see movement yet, something is building inside them that cannot stay hidden much longer. Listen to this. Yet there have been moments where they've imagined what it would feel like to finally be honest with you, to say what they've been holding back, to explain everything they've been going through internally. And in those moments, there is a sense of peace, like everything would finally make sense. But along with that peace comes fear. Fear of how things might change, fear of the unknown, fear of stepping out of what they've always known. Don't scroll. Because this is the final layer before action, the moment where truth becomes stronger than fear. This message is for you because your soulmate is closer to that moment than ever before. They are no longer running from what they feel. They are trying to understand it, to accept it, to figure out what to do with it. And that shift alone is powerful. Your heart needs this right now, because the energy between you has not been lost. It has been transforming. It has been moving from something unspoken into something that is preparing to be revealed. Listen to this carefully. The universe does not bring two people into this kind of connection just to leave it unresolved. There is a purpose. There is a path. There is something that is still meant to unfold between you. And right now, your soulmate is standing right before that next step. Don't scroll, because the truth is closer than it has ever been. This message is for you, because the silence you've been experiencing is about to change. The confusion is about to clear. And the problem they've been facing is about to turn into a decision that will shift everything between you.